Hey y'all, it's Steph the Psychic, and I'm back with y'all for y'all's second video on breaking down these cards. Now, this is the club suit, and the club suit is the second. The club suit is the second suit of the cards. So you got Ace, Club, Diamond, Spades. So the club is the second suit, and like I was saying in the first video, I know that Ace of Heart is the first suit in the deck, but the Ace of Spade um, actually starts the year off. However, the Ace of Heart is number one in numerical value, placing the Ace of Club at 13, the Two of Club at 14, and so forth. I'll break that down in another video as well. So now with the heart video, the hearts was all about passion. It was all about the feels. It was all about home. It was about connections and marriage and children and how you feel, with the clubs is in your mind. You know what I'm saying? You remember that five of heart I was telling you was the emotional adventurer, and she or he is adventuring because they're not so good with this suit. This is the next suit over. It's not so good with the mind. So they spend a lot of time in their passions and pleasures, and sometimes catastrophe happen for the five of heart people that cause them to kind of open their mind or go towards their mind a little bit. But we're back on the clubs. The clubs is mental, the clubs is mind, the clubs love to observe, the clubs love or enjoy reading and researching. You could find a lot of club people in real estate and taxes. You can find a lot of club people as lawyers, especially that Two of Club card. That's a really good lawyer card. You could find good gurus, like really, really good gurus. And when I say a good guru, I mean like a straight guru, or, because back in the day, gurus were like, they were difficult. They wasn't just telling you what it was straight up. Like they was giving you, little hints and clues and leading you on adventures and stuff like that. They wasn't telling you every single thing. You know what I'm saying? So with the club suit, it is, little games and stuff like that, mind games. They enjoy puzzles, reading books, mazes. These type of people may enjoy amusement parks. They may enjoy driving fast. They may enjoy science projects. They might enjoy being tinkers or breaking things down and putting things back together. Club people, they can enjoy arguing just for the sake of arguing because they don't look at it as negative. Like, and you got to know, arguments are not bad. All arguments are not bad. An argument is just two people with two different opinions and views, and they're debating or talking about it and trying to get each other to understand, or trying to understand the other person's point of view, or just trying to come to some median. So again, that Two of Club is really good for a lawyer card. Clubs, period. Well, really not the ace and the three. The three could be good, but the three kind of worry too much. So that's the basis. Oh yeah. So the clubs, they struggle in love as well, the same way that the hearts struggle with like thinking, or struggle with perceiving things, or struggle with social cues, or struggle with um, addictions, or lack of boundaries, or they just struggle with the mental suit, setting boundaries, saying no, observing, getting cues, like realizing certain things, being aware, being observant. Like that's the club suit. So the heart suit struggles with that. And vice versa. The club suit struggles with the heart suit. So here with the Ace of Club, you remember with the heart suit, I was telling you that the Two of Heart was a couple or connected to the Ace of Club, and that seven and the seven karmic divine cards. And the heart suit has three cards, which is, give me a second, which is the Ace of Heart, the Nine of Heart, and the Jack of Heart. And in the club suit, We have the Ace of Club and the Eight of Club in the Divine Seven Karmics. So the Ace of Club being in the Divine Seven Karmics, when you see this card, if you are this card, if this card pop up in your daily reading or just, in your yearly spread, or if it's in your life or your spirit spread, just know the Ace of Club is so much like the Two of Hearts. It's not even really funny. Like, I know it's a club, but because, it's a ace, it's a baby, it's single, it's the beginning, and it's coming from the heart. So it's going to have a lot or way more heart energy than any of the other cards, because the card before the Ace of Club is the King of Heart, and he is the father of love. You see what I'm saying? So all of that energy, or some of that energy, a lot of that energy goes into the Ace of Club person or energy as well, especially if you were born like, in the middle of the night between like 12 and 2 a.m. You will really have a lot of that energy on you. And I know a lot of y'all probably thinking like, oh, well, you thinking of the Ace of Spade and the King of Heart. No, I'm not. I know what I'm talking about. Like, the suits go hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. So that's the sequence that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like the dates and stuff like that. Like, I'm literally talking about the pattern of the cards. So with the Ace of Club, this is the type of person, they want love. They desire love. They want to be in a connection. They feel like, it's owed to them. So these Ace of Club people may be entitled in relationships, or they may be spoiled in relationships because they know that it's their birthright to meet that to a heart, or to be connected to that Two of Heart. And the Two of Heart is one of the loveliest cards in the whole deck. It's like, the Gemini lovers card. It's like you twinning with somebody. You done met your soulmate. You met somebody that perfectly completes you. Like, the Two of Spades is kind of similar as well, but it's not love. It's more so a friendship. But the Two of Heart is like, I love being with you. I love doing everything that we do together. I love everything about you. This is so perfect. Like, on the low end, it could be an affair. A lot of people think the Three of Hearts is an affair, but the Two of Hearts can be an affair as well, depending on what position it's in, because the person could be in a relationship with somebody and the love could be dead or the love could be gone, and then the Two of Hearts come up, and it could be like self-pleasures or desiring, a love connection, because the one you in is not really working out. Again, off of the hearts. The Ace of Club. Oh, well, that's why I was talking about the Two of Heart, because it's connected to the Ace of Club. So the Ace of Club has a lot of those same thoughts. Like, example, if the Ace of Club person is, at work, or they got a job, or they got something that they got to do, however, they have a partner as well, and their partner want them to do something contrary to their obligation, they're going to do what their partner want them to do. Like, plain and simple. It does not matter. If you are an Ace of Club person, Ace of Club energy, that week or that day or however, your partner is going to come first. And that's simply because you are a karmic divine soul. Like, you already have a script. You don't write your own script. You don't just do anything. Like, you connected to the Two of Heart. You desire love, and you desire education, emotional intelligence. You just want to observe. You want to learn. Also, with the Ace of Club, you want to think of the Ace of Wands. So, like, information coming in, news about something coming in, news about somebody you might like, or a situation or endeavor that you may be trying or starting out for the first time, or you could apply for benefits. And if you was to get the Ace of Club, after you apply for those benefits, then the Ace of Club will be insinuating that you're going to be getting some good news, or just hearing some news, period, about a prior something that you've applied for. The Ace of Club is like news in the mail. The Ace of Heart is like news in the body, or news from love. But the Ace of Club, again, is mental, is mind. So it could be like uh psychic abilities, it could be flashbacks, it could be literal like mail in the mailbox, it could be someone coming to bring you a message, it could be the post office person giving you a message, like, hey, we having delays, or hey, this coming early, or you could just be getting something in the mail when you see this Ace of Club, or somebody could be bringing you some news when you see this Ace of Club. Also know that the Ace of Club is a lover card connected to the Two of Heart, and we'll go more into the Ace of Club, Two of Heart, and the rest of the 7 divine karmics, the pairs and the singles, fixed and semi-fixed, on another video. Now with the Two of Club, all twos are known to have fear and to hold fear in their system somewhere, you know, because again, they coming from the ace, and the ace was a baby, and we all know the terrible twos. You see what I'm saying? So just kind of apply that to everything that you know about twos, even like the moon. People, you know, a lot of people, they feel like the moon is terrible because it's dark and it holds secrets, and you know, it has 27 wives, and you know, it tricked people, and you know, it flooded this, and it did so many things, you know. So take it as it apply. However, and with these destiny cards, the Two of Club is one of the cards, or one of the twos that hold the most fear, because it is so mental. It does know so much. It is so smart. It does so much research. It doesn't mind looking into things, getting connected to things, merging with things. So because of that, a lot of fear could come upon this card holder due to the amount of information that is taken in, due to the amount of knowledge that it knows. You see what I'm saying? The trick with the Two of Club is, you know, turning that knowledge into wisdom, actually doing what it is that you're learning about, actually applying all of the knowledge that you are learning to your life in a practical way. If not all, most of it. Like, and if you're not planning on applying the things to your life that you're studying and looking into, then you probably shouldn't be studying and looking into it, because it's a two, so it's intense, so it's going to be obsessive. You're going to spend a lot of time there, you know, a lot of sleepless hours there. And if you're not going to apply these things to your life that you're spending all this time on, besides worrying in your mind, or you know, pondering or being negative because of the things that you know, watching the news, looking up history, knowing everything about all of the wars, into politics, all the different religions, then you know, whatever it is that you know, it could just be aiding to the fear and negativity that you feel, because you're not applying, or you're not turning the wisdom, or you're not turning the knowledge into wisdom, is what I'm trying to say. So with the Two of Club person, alchemy is the trick. There is the alchemy that I'm speaking of is turning the negativity into positivity. The Two of Club is the conversation card. So start talking to yourself about those negative thoughts. Like, start getting those negative thoughts out of your head, out of your mind. Say, that's not my thoughts. I don't think like that. I don't know who thought that is. No, my man good to me. My woman good to me. No, I like my job. I'm just a little tired right now. No, it ain't gonna be that bad. I ain't gonna get in no car accident if I leave out of here and it's raining. Like, people, you know, like, just start talking to yourself. Start getting those negative thoughts out of your mind, so that you won't be a worry hog. Three of Club. You see what I'm saying? You start off as a baby, and you got to learn, and then the things that you learn, if you allow it to make you paranoid, or you know, make you afraid, then you're gonna be worried. And by being worried, this Three of Club, this is a card that is connected to a lot of different mental illnesses. So that's what I'm saying. Slow down, even if you have to. If you are somebody with this Two of Club card, or when you see the Two of Club card pop up in your energy for a weekly spread, or however, just, you know, sit down with yourself and ask yourself, where do you feel fear at? Where do you see fear at? Or ask yourself, are you involved in any fear around your life, around your career, around your love life, around any of your obligations, or any of the things that you do? You know, where is the fear lying at, so that you can process it and dispel it, so that, you know, it don't turn into worry, it don't turn into paranoia, it don't turn into, you know, any type of mental illnesses or disorders that, you know, can be very difficult. So that's the Two of Club energy. And again, know that this person can be a salesperson. This person can be a lawyer. This person can be an advocate for people, because it's the conversation card. Just take the fear out of it. Now with the Three of Club, the Three of Club is known as the writer's card, or the warrior's card. So again, with that Two of Club, the conversation card, everything that you learning, everything you writing down, everything you put in your mind, or everything that you taking in, everything you put in your mind to, you want to write it down. You want to make your visions plain. You want to talk to somebody about the things that you learning about. You want to get this stuff out of your head, so it's not just swirling around in there. Also, so you can empty it out and get new information to, you know, spread or to write about or to, you know, give out to the world, because 3 is the card of creativity. So with all of the learning, all of the observing that you've been getting as that 2 of club, when it transfer to the 3 of club, it want to be creative about it. If you're reading about religion, or if you are religious or whatever, you know, you make some coloring books? Can you make some scripts, some daily devotionals? You know, if you are a lover girl, you know, or a lover boy, can you write, you know, a poem book? If you're into astrology, can you write, you know, some notes about astrology, or a book about astrology, about certain signs? You see what I'm saying? If you are a musician or a person who are good with lyrics, like, do you make poems? Do you make songs? Do you write stories? Like, what are you doing with the knowledge that you know, is the 3 of club card. And if you don't do nothing with the knowledge that you know, then it can kind of drive you a little loopy. You could feel like you go on in endless cycles, endless loops. You could feel like, you know, you don't know, you can't make a decision. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You can kind of feel stuck in your energy and just, you know, kind of fall into a really deep depression with that 3 of club card, not getting the creativity and the expression out that you desire, that you were made for. Because again, all 3s are creative. And when you think of 3, you want to think of Mercury. So if you are a 3 of club person, and you know 3s are tied to Mercury, and Mercury is tied to the thinking and the brain and all of that, what you think the 3 of club is saying? Like, if, especially if you a Gemini or a Virgo, and you born a 3 of club, or with the 3 of club sun card or soul card, like, you need to get creative. You need to get to writing. You need to be writing poems or books or stories or autobiographies, or it's something that you should be writing. It's something that you should be getting out in book form as a 3 of club, especially if you got heavy Gemini energy in your chart. Now, moving along to the 4 of club. The 4 of club is known as the mental satisfaction card. So again, after the 3 of club, and you know, you get everything out that you need to get out, that you want to get out, you get to talking, you get to expressing yourself, you get to creating, you get to getting clients and starting businesses and entrepreneur and this and that. Then that 4 of club, that accomplishment, you know, the mental, I mean, not accomplishment, satisfaction. You gain mental satisfaction when you do the things that you love to do, when you do the things that you know you're supposed to do, when you do the things that you know are on your checklist, and you can check them boys off, especially as a club person. Like, it's so much satisfaction in saying, oh, well, at 4 o'clock, I'm going to go on over there to the market and pick up da-da-da-da-da. And then by 5:30, I should be able to go pick up the kids from the daycare center and be home around 6:15. You know what I'm saying? So by 6:30, we can do A, B, and C. And if, as a club person, if you got that down to the T, and, you know, you was within 10 minutes, 15 minutes of your time post, or your plan that you had planned with all of the things that you knew you had to do, like, you're gonna be so satisfied, you're gonna be so pleased. Somebody gonna be looking at you like, oh my god, you're such a nerd. Like, yes, because you're in the mental space. You like to plan, you like to observe, you like to know, you like facts. You see what I'm saying? It's, you're not really in your mind with illusions. You see, unless you're tricking somebody else. But again, illusions is not club things. They like honesty, they like straightforwardness, they like, you know, facts, they like details. You see, again, like the Gemini energy, or like the Mercury energy, you see. So after you get that mental accomplishment, or non-mental accomplishment, that's the 10 of club. I don't know why I keep saying that, but after you get the mental satisfaction down packed with that 4 of club, like, yeah, it's gonna be difficult because it's a 4. You see what I'm saying? Every time I think of 4s with the decks, you know, depending on what suit it is, like this one, the 4 of club, I think of Uranus, obviously, and I think of Cancer, but now I'm going to add Mercury in, because the 4 is like, in the 4th house is home, and, you know, Cancer or Moon rule the 4th house, and then Uranus, because it's a 4, and, you know, 1 plus 3, 13 is 4. So, you know, the 4 energy can be a little tricky. It could be a little, you know, difficult. It could be a little like, oh my god, like, this seems so hard, and it's so sporadic, and it's all of a sudden, and I'm always being shocked, and it seems like it's not in my control. No, because we don't pick our families. So that's why the 4 energy is like that, you know. Also with this four of club energy is mental satisfaction. So if you plan correctly and play your cards right, then you will be satisfied with your mind and with the things that you came up with mentally. Now we move to the five of club, and the five of club is the mental wanderer card, right? So all fives are wanderers. So after you get satisfied with what you've been working on, however long you've been working on it, however long you've been trying to get or accomplish whatever you was trying to accomplish, and you actually get it, what happens? Yeah. I know y'all don't want to say it. Y'all don't want to admit it. But a lot of times, y'all get bored. We get bored. After we get something that we've been working so hard for, praying so hard for, begging so hard for, after we get that thing, we treat it just like a trophy and put it up on the shelf. What adventure is next? What great thing should I accomplish next? I got this, I got that, now I want this. You see what I'm saying? That's what fives are about, unfortunately. So if you are connected to a 5 person or a 3 person or a jack person, you may go through a lot of changes. You may go through a lot of difficulties. You may go through a lot of changed minds. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the 3, it's the 5, and it's the jack. So with the 5 of club, unfortunately, it's like it's their mind. Like they're trying to figure something out in their mind. So they're not going to put a person before their mind. They're not going to put a pleasure before their mind. They're not going to put a thing before their mind because they're the mind suit. So the reason why they are adventuring, the reason why they are wandering and they are, seeming a little bit off is because they trying to get their mind right. And everybody minds are different, different strokes for different folks. And then these are the club people, again, connected to Gemini energy, connected to Uranian energy, connected to that heavy thought process. So when these people get to wandering, fortunately for them, they will figure it out. Fortunately for them, they will come up with a plan. Fortunately for them, Mercury will benefit them because 5 is also connected to Mercury and clubs is connected to Mercury. So even if they don't know what they're doing, they know what they're doing. So the 5 of club person, they just trying to, see what the best avenue is for them. See, where their quote unquote lucky is, or see what it is they should be doing, or if what they're doing is the right thing to be doing, or it's just like a lot of pondering. However, it can be offensive to people or situations that they're connected to, especially if it's been a long time. Like, oh my God, like you still unsure about me? Like you still unsure about us? Like you still don't know what you want to do? It's been this long? Like you still like all up in your head? And even that is offensive to them because they are club people. So yes, I'm all up in my head. Yes, I want to know if you don't want for me. Yes, I want to know if this is going to waste my time or if it's going to be worthwhile. Yes, I want to know what that weird ass face expression was you just made. Yes, I'm going to ask you questions that probably annoy you. Yes, I'm going to, look at it like you shouldn't get mad if you like me and we trying to get to know one another. Yes, I'm going to look at you like you crazy if you're not really trying to merge for real, because clubs are about facts and knowledge. They're researching. They're looking it up. They want to know. So if you're withholding something from them that they know, that they want to know, that they need to know, they don't like you. Already, it's gone. So if you connected to a club person and you in relationships with them and you try to do like power struggles, you try to play mind games with them, you try to like play on their intelligence, like they might come off passive, like they don't know what's going on, but they know. They just letting you rack it up so they can, they gonna roll out the red carpet. They gonna be like, oh, you didn't know? Then why you do this? And why you do that? And when you did this, and then at this time when this happened, and then over there, and da-da-da-da-da, and then this the pattern, and it all lined up, and then you did it the same way. So I know that you put some intention into it because I know you. Why? Because it's clubs. I study you. I'm observing you. I'm looking into you. I'm researching you better than you're doing. So you're lying or trying to trick or manipulate or power play a club. Like, don't do that to yourself. Don't do, especially to a 8 club. Like it's a 9 club. Is not gonna, a 7 club even. Not a 4 club. You see what I'm saying? The ace, the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 6. Unfortunately, they could kind of get a run for their money, and people could kind of play them and trick them a little bit because they're a little bit too eager, a little bit too open, a little bit too silly, a little bit too childish, a little bit too playful, a little bit too worried, a little bit too scared, a little bit too lazy, honestly, and dependent upon other people. But the 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, not so. So after we move from the 5 club, we get to the 6 club, and the 6 club is the missionary card, or it's like a higher mission type of card. Remember, I told y'all all 6s is karmic. All 6s is debt. It don't matter what the suit is. You just better know that you paying up. When you see a 6, you about to pay something. When you see a 6, whether it's a Virgo, whether it's a 6 house stellium person, whether it's a 6 of hearts, 6 of clubs, 6 of diamonds, 6 of spade, it doesn't matter. When you see a 6, you about to put in that work, and you just need to know that. And hopefully it can help you to make better decisions going forward. But with 6 of club, again, it's like Mercury energy is connected to the Uranian energy, is connected to the mental space energy, you know. It want to think. And again, 6s are kind of connected to conflicts. 6s are, you know, connected to, you know, work, and kind of like on a negative spectrum as far as like, you know, the nerves and stuff like that. So with the 6 of club being a missionary card, like it would be the super best for this person to basically get into some type of spiritual work for their mental pursuits, because they can either turn into a manipulator or be manipulated with this 6 of club energy, because they should be performing some type of special mission. However, we all know the saying, put your trust in no man, because man let you down every time. So with the 6 of club person, it would be really good for them to look into some type of spiritual pursuits, some type of pursuits, you know, that help like the underprivileged or something like that, or, you know, help people that are less than them. And it'll actually boost their morale and boost their, you know, confidence about themselves. And it will not really make them want to go into the, what's the word I'm looking for? Abuse, right? Abuse of authority. So, you know, say for instance, if you 6 of club and you a minister, or you playing the drums, or you helping the church, or you at the mosque, or you a teacher or a gym teacher, or you something like that, right? Where people are beneath you, or people are lower than you, or you the authority figure over them, but it's like they babies, or they animals, or they children, or they are crippled, or they are sick, or something like that. The 6 of club person won't really think to take advantage of them people, right? But say for instance, a 6 of club person get with somebody that may have a little bit more than them, or status may be a little bit higher than theirs, or, you know, they may be doing some of the similar things, or they might meet somebody who has something that they had, or, you know, whatever. It's just like somebody that is kind of better than them. They gonna totally flip. Like the whole missionary aspect is out of the question. Like they turning on a straight trickery mode. They trying to be better than the last. They trying to be better than the next person. They lying, they scheming, they manipulating, they twisting stories around, they abusing their authority, you know, they putting kids in it, they lying to cops and authorities. Like they doing whatever they can to paint you in a bad light. Like they lying, like they doing so much stuff. Like on the negative end, this 6 of club is like one of the worst cards in the deck, in my opinion, on the low side, on the negative side. Like if these people are insecure, if these people don't like how they look, if these people want something that somebody else got, if these people get betrayed by a loved one, if these people don't get something that they want, if these people are like getting told no on like a constant basis, like it's a whole monster coming out. Like it's a wrap. Like you're not even gonna be able to be around this person. Even kind of like the Six of Heart energy. Like it's darker though, because the Six of Heart is like the peacemaker's card. The Six of Club is the missionary card. You see what I'm saying? So you remember I told you this is where the narcissism be at in the sixes and in the jacks. Right? Because they doing so much for people. They quote unquote sacrificing so much for people, because most of the jacks are the salespeople card. They, they on the horses, they getting stuff done. And the sixes is the work card. It's connected to Virgo. It's connected to Venus. It's connected to the sixth house. Like it's doing a lot. And if they not getting the recognition that they feel that they deserve for something that they did for somebody else, it will piss them off. And if it pisses them off, what is it going to do? It's going to make them react in a certain kind of way, not react in a certain kind of way. Some of these people can't even lash out. Like think of all of the energy they got to actually be a missionary. So imagine if they not doing the high side, how much energy they got to be monsters, to take what they want, to abuse authority, to lie, to manipulate. Mercury, Uranus, Gemini, remember, that's what this suit is connected to. So the Six of Club trick is being grateful for what they got. You know what I'm saying? Actually turning the knowledge that they have into wisdom, into projects, into creative pursuits so that they can do something for themselves, make something of themselves. Like, again, it's a six. They can work for themselves. They know so much knowledge. They research so much knowledge. They research so much people. Unfortunately, they stalk so many people. This Six of Club card, because they just want to know where you at, what you doing, who you with, is it better, was it worse, am I better, am I worse, are you happy? Like the Six of Club energy, it really play on people's minds. So if you a Six of Club, soul card, avatar card, or if you got it in your life spread, or if you have it in your spirit spread, like you really want to check your motivations for doing things. You want to check your intentions for doing things. You want to check why you want to be with somebody, why you want to do something, why you want to go somewhere, why you want to learn something, who told you this, where. You see what I'm saying? That is the club energy. And then with the six, remember, contentious conflicts with the six energy. Virgo. So when you're trying to go to your pleasures, hearts, like I was telling y'all earlier, is difficult. Just like it's difficult for the hearts to go into their mental space, it's difficult for the clubs to go into their heart space. Super difficult. The heart's trying to use all of their passion and all of their love, and they looking crazy. The club's trying to use all of their logic, and it ain't working, because you ain't no logic in love. It's just love. You see what I'm saying? So it's just confusion, and that confusion turns into anger when you don't have emotional intelligence. And then that anger, we already know what's up from there. So because it's a six, it does have the ability to be balanced. 3 and 3 on each side. And what did I just tell y'all 3 was? Creativity. Gemini. Twinning up, partnering up with somebody. Opening up. You see this lane? That's a whole clear lane. You got to open up. You got to get out of your headspace. You got to stop thinking so much. What would, what could, what should. Well, they did this to that person, and they did this, and they did that. Then why wouldn't they do it to me? And if this, and if that, and that's how the shit starts sounding in your head. Because just shut up. Write it down. Do something. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, stop driving yourself crazy. So now we get to the 7 of Club. And the 7 of Club, remember I told y'all all 7s are spiritual. So with the 7 of Club, the 7 of Club is known as the spiritual knowledge card. That's what I was just saying about the 6 of Club. You got to do something with it. Like, you have to, like, just at one point say, okay, I'm going to stop observing and actually do something. That is the 6 of Club energy. They don't want to do nothing. So the 7 of club, after you get out of that 6 of club energy of observing, taking things in, looking at things, jotting things down, do something with the spiritual knowledge that you have. That is the 7 of club, spiritual knowledge. Now, if you have the 7 of club as a sun card, as a soul card, and your life spread, and your spirit spread, weekly card, however, a lot of people probably don't like you. They probably think you stiff. They probably think, you a Miss Know-It-All, Mr. Know-It-All. You think you better than everybody. They probably think you controlling. They assume all of the worst things about you as a 7 of club, because those are the feelings that they feel about themselves. So with 7 of club people being a spiritual knowledge card, you could look prudish, but it's very rare that people actually give you the time to talk to you, to have a conversation with you, to see where you coming from, to actually try to understand you before they judge you and try to change you. So with 7 of club energy, you could come off rigid. You can come off, again, like you know everything. You could even be, religious or have a religious background. You could be super spiritual. You could cover up. You could not be one of those females or males that's like thirsty for attention. Like you could not be trying to show your print off, as a male or as a female. You could be, you could be a modest person. You could have very good values and morals. You see, so good to where people that are not living their best life and not doing the things that they came here to do, they jealous and they just looking at you like, who the f you think you is, you controlling, you think you better than somebody, you trying to be perfect, but they just haters because they not where they supposed to be at in life. And your very presence alone, you coming in with your Habib on, or you coming in covered from head to toe and still sexy, you coming in as a man with your pants pulled up above your waist, and you know how to dress, and you know how to speak and communicate to women, and you holding doors open, and you not over talking, and you not just on some rah stuff. Even guys can be like, who this nigga think who this boy, always got something to say, because again, they jealous, they rude, they brutes, they mean to their woman, they mean to women, they got negative stuff to say about women, like they don't know the true authenticity of a woman, they don't honor women, you see. So if you a 7 of club, you could look at women like, oh my goodness, like you could want more for them than they want for themselves. Even if you are a woman, it's not gender specific. It's just the 7 of club is spiritual knowledge. So, they have the knowledge spiritually to govern themselves accordingly, not really needing much input from those outside of them. Especially because most of the time it be haters, because they got the knowledge. And they actually applying the knowledge and, putting it into wisdom. And again, that's why they getting so much scrutiny, because they're applying the knowledge that they have, that they know. And they're getting scrutinized because some people, they're not even studying what this 7 of club person is studying. They don't even know. You see what I'm saying? They just hating. They just want something to say because whatever. So with the 7 of club energy, you want to make sure that you can probably align with somebody like a Ace of Club. Y'all might still argue or whatever like that, but the Ace of Club will understand you and they will be committed to you, again, because the Ace of Club is connected to that 2 of Heart, and the 2 of Heart is the Lover's card, and it's the Gemini card, the Twinning card, the oh my God, I'm so in love, anything you want me to do. And the 7 of Club is kind of like that too, because it's spiritual knowledge, so it knows that it knows what love is, it knows what partnership is, and it's also a 7, and it's in the mind space. So the conflict may come in the areas of like affection and love and stuff like that. It might be like, a little cold or a little detached, or y'all might have to like do things to, kind of ensure the spiciness of y'all relationship stays, because it is so much mental energy there. Also, a 9 of club would be good for you. A Queen of club would be good for the 7 of club person. Because these people, they don't mind debating, they don't mind talking, they don't mind learning, they don't mind growing, they don't mind, even getting loud and enthused. They don't mind it. Again, mind. It's a club, they don't mind it. So you want to be with somebody that's expressive, somebody that's free. You want to surround yourself with other learners and, free learners and people who just, they don't mind being open and they don't mind being vulnerable. They don't mind, saying, oh, I thought it was this, but it's really this, or I was wrong or whatever, because it's spiritual knowledge. We are more than spirit. Like thankfully we do have a spirit, but we have other things to us than spirit. So we're not gonna always get it right. So you want to be around somebody that's not hell bent on always getting it right, or you will just feel like, oh my God, I want to off myself. The Eight of Club is also in that group of the 7 divine karmics, and with the Eight of Club energy, they can be like, this is a like in the fixed energy. The Ace, the 2, the 7, and the 9, they are semi-fixed, but the Eight of Club is fixed energy. So they are somewhat like the Joker card a little bit. Like you would have to get into astrology more, to see what an Eight of Club person is trying to do and what they about if they talk to you. Again, it's mental. And the 8 is Saturn. They ain't really trying to talk. They not trying to let you in their head. Like, it's an 8 of club. 8 is Saturn. 8 limitations. 8 fork in the road. Yeah, share resources and everything like that. However, they don't want to. They don't want to do it. They don't want to share. They don't want to open their mind. They don't want to let you in. They don't want you to know. They want to keep it all to themselves. That's what 8 is. I'm selfish. I'm keeping it to myself. I don't really want to share. Unless you got some good Saturn placements in your chart, or you got some type of good aspects that's, pointing to helping you to share. Like if you got a good 8th house, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you like really get off on like sharing with people, but no, they not trying to let you in. Like the 8 of club is the type of person, like if they got some chicken wings, like if y'all at work, you know what I'm saying, and they ordered them some chicken wings and some fries, and like y'all cool or cordial or whatever, and you come by, be like, hey, let me get one of them wings. They'll be like, oh man, I'm hungry than a mug today. Not today, man. I need all this on my plate. Next time, I got you though. I got you. What you want, hot wings or barbecue? And they will order you your whole own meal, because they don't want to share with you. They like, this is mine. Like, bruh, like go and get your own. Go on and work. Go and do what you got to do so you go and get your own. And I mean, if you need charity, because they kind of ain't on a-holes a little bit. You need charity, I'll buy you lunch next time. You should have said something. You know what I'm saying? All of that. It's a little annoying, but again, find your crowd. Find your crowd. That's all I'm saying. Just find your crowd. These 8 of club people, they can be fun, they can be cool, they can be, lovers when it makes sense to them. You see what I'm saying? If they meet somebody at work and, they working at the same job or the same place, they bringing in money, it's a lot, they could pay bills, they can do life together, logically. You see what I'm saying? They don't mind sharing with that person. And they don't care if the passion not really there, because they going to cheat anyway. It doesn't matter. They don't care. They're karmic. They are in the, karmic 7 divines. They're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it, how they want to do it. They don't care who they affecting. If you don't like it, then you can go on over that way. But obviously, it must be something that you like, because you still here. So you got to be strong dealing with these people, or jail could be your portion. Moving right along to the 9 of club. 9 of club energy is the universal knowledge card. Now, the 7 of club is the spiritual knowledge card. That's what I was saying. If you're a 7 of club person, that Ace of club, that 9 of club, the Jack of club, Queen of club, they're going to be real good for you. They're going to be like, what's up? What's popping? They're going to always have something to talk about. They're going to always have an area of connection. They will not mind being open and vulnerable. Only thing about this 9 of club, universal knowledge energy, is sometimes like the 7 of club, you can have so much of that knowledge, it kind of make you depressed. The 9 of club person is more amped or more prone to end things than the 7 of club person, or to just kind of like be a little like angry or frustrated, because it knows more than the 7 of club. The 7 of club is like, again, spiritual knowledge. Spiritual. The 9 of club is universal knowledge. Universal knowledge can be traveling. Universal knowledge can be history. Universal knowledge can be communication. Universal knowledge can be the 12 laws. Universal knowledge can be astrology. Universal knowledge can be numerology, colors. Universal knowledge is more than just spirituality. Universal knowledge can be parenting tips. Universal knowledge can be mental health. Universal knowledge can literally be anything universal. So with the 9 of club, the trick is to get out all of the universal knowledge that you have, because you came here to end things. You see what I'm saying? So you're ending the whole stalemate and not sharing. You remember that 8 of club I was just telling y'all about? They don't want to share. They kind of selfish. When you get to the 9, because you held all that stuff back when you was at 8, yeah, baby, let's share. And it might hurt. It might be frustrating, because the 9s are some of the most difficult cards in the deck, along with the 7s, especially the 9 of club and the 9 of spade. They are super, 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 super difficult because they so smart and they know so many things and they've been so many places and they then have so many experiences, and it's just like, man, it's real heavy. And so they gotta end something. They gotta end some type of pursuit in their mind. 9 of club people, they can embate a lot, and they don't need the TV, or they don't need nothing for it, because their mind is so strong. You see what I'm saying? They can just hold the thought in their mind. So if you a manifester, if you trying to manifest a better life with this 9 of club energy, you can for sure do it, because you have the universal knowledge and you got the universal power, because the 8 of club is mental power. Like, yeah, they selfish, yeah, it's all of that, and they withholding, but it's still mental power. That's how they could still sleep at night. That's how they could still go to work after they screw people over, because they have mental power. You see what I'm saying? They don't care about how you feel. They making sure that they feel okay. They feel like you should have protected yourself more. You shouldn't be so dumb. You shouldn't be so gullible. You should learn better. You should know better. You see what I'm saying? Narcissistic, nevertheless, that's just them. That's how they think. That's how they feel. So if you dealing with these people, then you better know better, or you better get to learning, or something, because just because you shed a tear, just because you cry, just because you blowing up their phone, just like that means nothing to them. They will laugh at you. Okay? So back to this 9 of club. You want to make sure you're not being lazy. The 9 of club kind of connected to the Queen of Hearts a little bit. You want to make sure you're not loafing around. You're not hunching too much. You're not, in your pleasures too much. You're not complaining at all. The 9 of club should not, like the 7 of club shouldn't be complaining. I already told y'all, the 7 of club, they'll be by themselves. They don't care. They be like, whatever. I already know what it is. I already know why my life the way it is. Like, I don't care. It is what it is. Either you here or you there, but you need to make a decision, because you confusing me and I don't like to waste time. I already know my life ain't shit. I already know I'm gonna be sad. I already know where I come from. I already know the odds stacked up against me. I thought it was this, but it ain't that. What is you trying to do? Like, what's up? Like, you see what I'm saying? They don't care. They will do it, because they got the spiritual knowledge to know that they gonna be okay. I ain't gonna die. I'm gonna keep on going. But the 9 of club person, they give up before they end stuff. Like, they'll just give up and still be in it. But they done gave up. So it's like, why are you still in it if you gave up already with the 9 of club? And it's because they don't want to do the work to get to the number 10, which is the mental accomplishment card. The number 9 is the universal knowledge card. You see, so the similarities between the 7, 8, and a 9 and 10, and the only reason I'm putting them together like that, because it's knowledge. The 7 of club is the spiritual knowledge, and it run into the 8. It gets selfish. The 9 of club is the universal knowledge, and it run into the 10 and get accomplished. So if the 9 of club person can get off their back, can get off their butt, can get out the house, can get out their head, can write the stuff down, make the vision plain, they will get the accomplishment that they looking for. They will get every single thing that they feel that they desire, the 9 of club person, because they have universal knowledge. They have all of the knowledge. It is not nothing that they do not have access to if they want it. Now, if they scared, again, to a club, if they afraid, then they not going to get there. They not going to do it. They not going to accomplish nothing. They just going to be talking, 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 talking. What could have been, what should have been, what would have been, what this and that and did it because they scared. And they just talking. It's still the conversation card. So you want to move out of that energy again, 3 of club, and write it down so you can get to your accomplishments, 4 of club, or your satisfaction, 4 of club. So you don't have to do too much wandering, 5 of club. So you don't be abusing your authority that you have over people or nobody else, 6 of club. And you could gain the spiritual knowledge that you need, 7 of club. For the mental power that you need, 8 of club. To get to the universal knowledge that we all need, 9 of club. And that is going to lead to the 10 of club mental accomplishment. Now, if you born a 10 of club, I will say that it can be a little difficult growing up because you got to start all the way back over from the ace when you born a 10, and you got to go through each stage all over again. Desire for knowledge, conversation card, worrisome card, or writer's card, satisfaction card, adventure card, abuse or ministry, spiritual knowledge, mental power, universal knowledge, and then you hit your peak. So as a 10 of club person, it might take you a minute for your career to jump off because you be in your head so much and you know how to do everything and you so gifted and so talented in so many areas. You don't really know what you want to do. But I will say, if you pick something and just put your mind to it, you can do it. You can do it, and you're going to accomplish, a lot of things, and it's going to be really great. And don't care what nobody think about you. Don't care what nobody say. Like, when you on your ace energy, be in your ace energy. Be silly, be wild, be, and the ace of club, they a little promiscuous as well, so I do apologize about that. 7 of club, that's why y'all be arguing. It's going to drive you crazy. Because the 7 of club is like spiritual knowledge or whatever like that, and they like to do stuff from like a spiritual place, like, oh, well, we doing this because we love each other, because we want to be with each other. Like, it's like a reason. It's morals, it's values. But the ace of club, they just like to hunch a lot, all the time. They real, hunchy or whatever. So it's like the 7 of club person can be like, oh my God, like, all you want to do is hunch on me. Like, do you want to talk to me? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you want to do something? Because the ace of club is new. It's a baby and it's mental. So it is kind of promiscuous. It's known as the promiscuous card of the deck as well. I did forget about that. So back to the 10 of club. The 10 of club is, again, mental accomplishment. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Read the books you need to read, study what you need to study, take it down, make your visions plain, actually do what you say you're going to do so you can get the accomplishments that you need to accomplish. That 10 and 4 is going to go together. The 4 is the mental satisfaction. The 10 is the accomplishment. So just make sure you're doing what you got to do as a 10 of club. You're not internalizing other people's issues as your own. You in your own lane. You reading, you studying, you taking time out for yourself. You getting those naps in. And, you just doing what you got to do. Now, the Jack of Club is known as the mental creative card. So, obviously, this card could be a lawyer as well. This card is a communicator as well. The Jack of Club is the most card that enjoys arguments. They enjoy arguments because they feel as though it sharpens their skill. It sharpens their communication. It sharpens their knowledge. They learn more information at a quicker pace by arguing and debating than by reading and researching and looking it up themselves. So they will start an argument with you just so they can get the information that they're looking for. So a lot of times when y'all argue with Jack of Club people, you'll see that, like, they're not really affected by the argument. Now, if you say something or do something to hurt them, that's a different story. But they don't mind debating. They don't mind telling you how they feel. They don't mind hearing out how you feel. They don't mind conversing, going back and forth, kicking the bobos with you. They don't mind if you West Wing and they, North Wing or whatever. Y'all know, as y'all can see, I'm not into politics. But if you red and they blue, they don't care. As long as you don't care. If you don't care about being blue and they red, then they not going to care. Because alchemy. That's what Jacks represent, alchemy. Jacks can do anything, Jacks of all trades. And remember, I told you, the Jack of Club and the Jack of Heart, They not as treacherous as the Jack of Diamond and the Jack of Spade. So with the Jack of Club, the most they gonna do is like want to argue with you, pick little debates. You know, they be lying too. They be telling stories. Yeah, they be telling stories because they so smart. Like the Three of Club. You see the Three of Club and the Three of Club and the Jack of Club. They be telling them stories, baby. 3, 6, and Jack. They be telling them stories. Like it just come out the blue. Like it's just there. It's like just made up stories, just in a brain. Like. So when they get scared, when they get nervous, when they feel like they about to get in trouble, baby, like it just drop on them. Like you be like, dang, where you get that from? That was quick. Especially if it's a kid, you be like, dang, that was good. Well, who even taught you how to do that? It's just in them like that. So with the Jack of Club, he is an entrepreneur, and the Jack of Club can be in a relationship and be loyal if the person that they are with are enthused by them and with them every single time they see them, and they are not getting bored with them. The Jack of Club is not a bad card. It's just a restless card because it wants to know a lot of things, learn a lot of things, go a lot of places. It is known as an androgynous card as well. Neither male nor female, and they are perfectly fine with that. However, they will not confess to you that they are androgynous. They will just simply be. It is up to you to decide, to judge, to whatever. They don't care how you think. Jack of Clubs. I love them. Now with the Queen of Club, the Queen of Club is like one of the most contentious cards out the deck. Is 4 of them. The Queen of Club, the Queen of Diamond. So them the number 1 most contentious is out the deck. However, if you are a woman, 3 of Club or 3 of Diamond, or even if you are a male Queen of Club, a male 3 of Club or 3 of Diamond, you are contentious. You are contentious. And you argue just to argue. You pick with stuff just to pick with it. You worry about stuff just to worry about it. You strong just to be strong and independent for no reason. Somebody get you something for $5 and you sending them back 10. Just to let them know, I don't need you. I'm good. I'm a queen. I got my own. I'm good. You ain't got to take care of me. And it's like, that's fine and dandy because the Queen of Club is just like the Queen of Wands. Like, y'all kind of got to make stuff happen and stand on your own. But the thing is, y'all need to realize when y'all got a teammate, when y'all got a partner, when y'all got somebody that's actually trying to make it easier for you. Like, you don't have to struggle. And if you just want to struggle, then why the hell you keep on complaining about your struggle? Right. Let somebody help you and shut your mouth too. Like it just be too much. Like you just and I know, and I could talk like this about these clubs because baby, I got a club personality and I am a female. So yes, I will be in the count as one of the most contentious. Yep. I done dated some club. I done dated all of these suits. I done been reading cards, like all of that. I know. And yeah, I'm older in age now, so I done worked on the contention. I done lost a lot of people, lost a lot of relationships, lost a lot of connections, lost a lot of money, lost a lot of jobs. I lost a lot with my contention. I lost a lot with my I know it all. I lost a lot with my I don't need no help. I lost a lot. And a lot of these Queen of Clubs, a lot of the Queen of Diamonds, 3 of Clubs, 3 of Diamond people, they lose a lot because they contentious. They don't want to shut up and listen to somebody. They don't want to trust nobody. They think they know everything. It's hard to forgive. Now, I don't got the Queen of Club in my, spread or nothing like that, but I do got a club personality card. I know we don't live out of our personality card, but I know that I got to have this energy somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Because we all of the cards. Everybody is all of the cards at some point. So y'all could, oh, that ain't me, that ain't. Yeah, at some point it will be. So that's that. So with the Queen of Club, calm down. Do some self-care. Get in the bath. Get them bags from up under your eyes. Take care of something that's going to make you feel good. Get somebody to watch them kids because the Queen of Club, that's who she sacrificed for. That's why she's so angry and contentious like that because, and I don't mean to say this in no negative way, but the Queen of Club is connected to special needs children or children who may take a little longer or who may need a little bit more help in certain areas. So the Queen, she kind of like relinquishes a lot of her romantic connections because her children need her, Or if she is in a romantic connection, the person that she with is not good for the children, and she gonna pick the children over the romantic connection, because she looking at the romantic connection like you a whole grown ass man or a woman. Because again, this could be a Queen of Club woman. You super grown, but you don't know how to talk to children. You don't know how to treat children. You rude to children. You nasty to children. You don't want to care for children. Like, it's just gonna turn her off, and she gonna be like, I'd rather be alone. I could do this by myself, because she grew up hard and rough. So she not about to let no bully her children. You see what I'm saying? She not about to let nobody disrespect her children. She don't care who it is. She don't care if it's her mama. She don't care if it's the child's father. She don't care if it's the teachers. The Queen of Club is the type of person who would drive herself crazy doing everything she got to do. She'll take her kids out and homeschool her children. Yes, she will. She will work a job and figure out how to work the job and homeschool. She will figure it out. That's her thing. I'll figure it out. She ain't scared of nothing. It might hurt, but she ain't scared of nothing. She'll be disgusted, but she ain't scared of nothing. Period. She gonna keep doing it. She gonna keep foraging. She gonna keep going, because she a queen and it's in a mental suit. However, this stuff do happen sporadically, just out the blue. So that's where the anger and the frustration and the cussing and all of that come from. So now with the King of Club, he is the master of knowledge. And that's why she got to stop being so mean. You see what I'm saying? And but he be mean too, because they knowledge. Like the queen, the Jack, Queen, and the king, they is mean. They are the club. They are kind of mean because they smart. They knowledgeable. They got short fuses, you see, because they so smart, and they don't really have a tolerance for people who do not desire to be smart, or who do not desire to put in the work that is necessary, you see, to live a healthy, comfortable, and happy life. It's just kind of like, you know, what are you here for? You're a waste of space, so to speak. So they, you know, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying this is how they are. So with the King of Club, he is like the master of knowledge. So he holds the knowledge. He got all of the knowledge. You know, he loved his wife. He loved, you know, his mind. He loved what he's doing. When you think of the King of Club, think of the King of Wands. You see what I'm saying? The King of Wands is swift, is fast. He want to hurry up and fix stuff fast. If something break, he want it to be fixed right away. Whether it's communication, whether it's a tool, it don't matter what it is. If it's broken, he want to fix it right away. If something is happening, he want to know right away, because he is the King of Knowledge. He can be a great teacher. He is a great philosophical man. You see what I'm saying? He is super, super, super handsome. He has values out of this world. However, sometimes they are outdated because it's the King of Club. You see what I'm saying? And the King of Club is mental, and it's like kind of like black and white. You know what I'm saying? It's like really no color in it. So it's like they kind of like to prefer to stay safe. You see what I'm saying? The King of Club. The King of Heart, he not safe. He out in the ocean. You feel me? The King of Diamond, he out dealing with people and their businesses and trying to serve people. The King of Spade, he telling people about themselves. Get yourself together. But the King of Club is like playing it safe. The King of Club, you know, is like, well, you know, my wife, she kind of get on my nerve, and she always stressing me out, and I never really have enough energy because, you know, she always yipping and yapping, and then the children and da 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 da. So the King of Club kind of make excuses